Hello there, creative community. This is Curaxu coming to you with another video. And in this video, we will be covering the subject of depth in Minecraft. D-E-P-T-H. Depth. Okay, now we all got how you have to spell that. Let's actually look into what it is. So, here you see a very, very basic wall in Minecraft. It's a wall, it serves its purpose. And we can be happy it is. It actually has two different kind of blocks. Most people build walls like this, but when you are building in creative mode and want to build something freaking epic, you might want to step up your game a bit. So instead of just making a flat wall like this, which is absolutely fine in survival because otherwise it would become impractical, and realistically seen, walls usually are not 5 meters thick, but 1 meter is accurate for it. In creative, you want to go a little bit further. So, in step number 1, you can already see a lot has changed. We have another brick in here, and we have made the wall too thick. This gives us an extra sense of depth, like I said in the start. And really, this is already a lot better. I mean, I hope you agree this is a lot better. And it doesn't really require much more space or effort. Well, it does require a little bit more effort, but not much. So the step from that to this should be really easy to make. Of course, now you have this on the inside, you will have to add an extra layer or make wood here too, and you know, all that stuff. But for your interior, it's something completely different. We are busy on the exterior now. When you're building great structures, you don't really mind the inside till later. At least that's how I find. My interiors aren't the best either, by the way, but that doesn't matter. On to the next step. So, from the little bit more depth, we get a little bit more space to work with. Then you can make patterns in there with stairs, with half slabs, with everything you can find in your inventory. And this gives us the opportunity to take a half of a block. This adds another detail in it, and as you can see, of course, it has become a little bit more flat now, but even though it has become a little bit more flat, it has become a lot more detailed as well. So then, from there on out, there's not much to say. We can change the bottom layer to something like this. Okay, I did it very quickly now, and maybe gold was not the best choice for it, but you can see we have an extra 2 layers in front here. If you would make a complete building with this, it would make the entire building look a lot more sturdy, since it completely sits on the ground and a rock at the bottom, which gives us its strength, which gives us an impression that it has strength. It has a very powerful root at the earth. Well, not root, but you know what I mean. For the rest, you see, it has basically not really changed that much. Of course, yes, you have a little bit more space here, but you would be filling up that since you have wool here. Then, from there on out, we can go even further than that and get to our final point. This is the point where you should consider stopping. You could go even further, but I would not recommend it. This is hyper detailed, in my opinion. You might share that as well. If you have an entire castle made like this detailed, then you can be sure it is hell of a detail. It's come a little bit too far, maybe. However, the great builders go even deeper than this, whilst remaining somewhere in between here for their busyness in the builds. You see, I overdid the buttons here. Maybe the 3 at the bottom and none on these, but you have to see for yourself, of course. There is no golden rule and this is how you build and that's it, because then there would be a lot more builders. But you see, we still are only 2.5, maybe 3 layers thick on one separate wall. Of course, here too, 3 layers and 3 layers. Of course, this would be 4 if it were a complete building, but that doesn't matter. You can go a little bit further. You see here, I used quartz, and with quartz you have quartz stairs. With those stairs you can make a little indentation, and then a glowstone, for example. And when it is night, let me just quickly set to night, /time set 18000. That should be midnight, yes. You can see a faint glow of it. This is because there is a half slab here. The light doesn't really get much further than just there, but thanks to how everything is coated, you can see the faint glimmer of it. If you have an entire castle like this, it would be like there would be 1,000,000 tiny windows in it. That would give it another layer of depth. Of course, I haven't really done much here. It's just 1 square, which will be replaced with 1 square over there. But you can see that this really does a lot. With that said, I hope you have learned something out of this, and I hope that if you are making a structure next time, you might take something of the level of depth in sorry, I have been talking for quite a while now. I hope that when you build next time, you consider using more blocks that still fit your theme, your block palette, which I will do another video of if I haven't already. I'm making an entire series now. Anyway, I hope that when you next time have something that you built, you might consider using a little bit more detail or less detail depending on the scale up. Of course, if you are building a poor man's house, you are not gonna make it that detailed. You're more gonna do it something like that detailed, like the middle one in the screen right now. That might be possible as well, but everything is up to you, the builder. It's no one can tell you how to build or why you should do something. It's up to you how great your build looks. If it yeah, I think I have said it all really. Otherwise I'm gonna repeat myself. So with that said, this was Curaxu, and I will see you all in another video.